So reflecting on the conference's theme of how digital has disrupted businesses, I see it from two perspectives. One is our clients and the other is ourselves and how we've been responding to it. From companies' perspectives, there's four fundamental things that are really changing in a rapid pace. The first is the availability of information. And not only that it's available, it's the expectation of their customers, whether they're consumers or businesses, that you're going to use that information for their advantage. If they tell you something, if they bought something, they actually at this point expect you to use that. They expect you to save information of their payment so that you can use that again if they've agreed. They want you to use that information to make things smoother, faster, more personalized. And that means you've got to be able to do that and really think through how your experience changes through the use of all of that information. The second thing related to information is actually content. Because for all those different things that customers want, you've got to have some kind of tailored experience, message, offer that matches the particular information and context of the customer. So instead of having 2 or 3 advertisements, you may have 2,000 or 3,000 objects of content that you've got to create, store, manage, figure out what works, where. And that's a whole different way of thinking about content, more like a content supply chain, like you're thinking about how you bring out products. And that requires different kinds of processes and different ways of thinking about all the different types of content that you could create. The third is, because of all of this stuff going on, there's just tremendously more transparency. So your prices are open. People can shop you from one geography to another wherever you're cheaper. You can see your competitors, they can see yours. What you respond to in social media, that's open and available. So your brand is out there, and whatever happens, people are going to share it, and it better be good. And if it's not, you've got to figure out how to deal with that. And so that kind of change in terms of this opening up requires processes and guidelines to know what's appropriate when, and frankly, to just simply raise the bar. And then the last is all of this is happening fast. And you've got to move at a speed that just wasn't called for before. I call it, you have to move at the pace at which customers are giving you information. They provide you information, you should be able to respond and act on that immediately. They post on social media, you've got to respond. There's an opportunity to upgrade your app for, let's say, the iPhone 6 or something. You've got to be out there quickly and do that. And so the pace of development, of response, has gone way up. Some of that means people have to work differently. Some of that means using new kinds of automation tools to help you make decisions faster and manage workflow. So those are the kinds of changes, information, content, transparency, and speed, that we see as being really disruptive. And then from a consulting perspective, we've had to go up against that and recognize that a lot of the traditional ways of thinking about strategy don't quite work the same, because you've got to be out there and trying it.